Hi guys, today I'm at Kaiser Pro Shop and I'm going to show you how to maximize your rods into a rod tube. And also I'll be going Maldives in about 2 days time, so need to get some jigs and poppers and we will see what recommendation they're going to give me. Let's go! Putting these 6 rods into this rod tube, and I have 4 spinning rods with me and 2 big caster. So I'll take you through the whole process of how to bubble wrap the rods and to put them nicely into this rod tube. I'm gonna show you how to bubble wrap the rod, and this is one of the end product after we bubble wrapped it. And you can see, so it's mainly we're gonna have to spiral it around the rod like that, and then you have to tape it at like most corners, especially at the tip area, to avoid any problems with the guides in case when the people at the airport were to throw your luggages around and the rod tubes around. So this is to safeguard it as well. So I'm gonna show you how to bubble wrap a rod, and you actually need the bubbles to be where it's gonna protect the rod. So the first thing first is you have to always protect the base first. You can just secure it with tape and any masking tape that you can find, duct tapes. So first, once you found like a good enough cushion for the butt, for the base, just tape it one round first, and then you can start to spiral the whole rod. And yes, so even if you have like extra space here, it doesn't matter, just keep on spiraling. And you need to protect your rod, and this is just to safeguard what you bought and what is expensive in that sense. Oh, let me just take out a bit. It doesn't have to be really very precise. So whatever that is extra right now, you can just tape it afterwards to secure it, to tighten it. So like this, even if like the tip of your rod, the guide, is not protected, it doesn't matter. You just finish it off at this part first. So as always, just make sure it's tight and secured enough. And you tape it up first. And the last also. center just in case. So it's good now. So even the tip, right, just use like a smaller piece of what's it called? Bubble wrap to tighten it. And maybe this is a bit too big, but we don't save on the bubble wrap lah, because the rod is really much more expensive than this. So you have to overlap your first wrap with the second one. So just secure it once. And for the tip, I will just roll it as per normal, not to spiral it. And just roll. And then you will finish it off with just to secure it like that. One whole round of tape. Easy, right? So guys, now that you are done with your bubble wraps for each rod, you have to assemble them together at a spot where every single part is able to fit into the rod. And this is actually the hardest part when you want to put your rods into the rod tube. And for the rod tube wise, you have to insert the rods from the narrow base, which is the one that you can expand it out. So if you were to put your rods from the wider side, you might have the rods bang onto the narrow part of the rod tube. So this is something to take note of, which is very crucial, because you don't want to have your guides and rod having like scratches and damages like this. So now I have to put the rods into the rod tube.
You feel the thing push, so you need to find the hose. Okay, we need to use this hole so to minimize the.
Yeah.
For here, right, the best right is to use a padlock, a number lock. Okay, because this one, right, even if you lock here, right. Even if you lock it here, right, they still can open this and take up.
Okay.
So use a number lock, a thin number lock, which is longish one, not the rounded one. Long one, then you lock it here. It's better. So at the moment, just use this first. Okay.
Hi guys! So I'll be popping in Maldives, and how poppers work is when you chuck the popper, it actually creates a splash, and this attracts fishes at the surface because they'll be swimming up to find out what's the commotion it's caused by the popper. So actually this popper, it creates a certain sound. So fishes at the bottom or at the mid waters will actually be like a fish calling in that sense. So they will be swimming up to the popper. So we actually have a lot of variation for popper, for the weights, the colors, the size. And yeah, Wen Long, any recommendation that you think is good for Maldives?
Okay, for top water chuggers, right, my personal preference, right, is always try to go dark first. Okay, the reason being, okay, the light source, your popper, which is the object, and your target, okay, your poppers is in the center. So the light source comes from the top, the fish is at the bottom, your object is in the center. So the dark colors actually creates a better silhouette, easier for the fish to target on. And when you work the chuggers or poppers, right, it creates a lot of commotion and splashes. So if you are using something very natural color, for example like this, which is not that bad, I mean for clear water is good, okay, but against the sunlight, right, the black will stand out more within the commotion, within the splashes. So for fishes at the deeper water, when they hear the sound of your poppers popping and the splashes, they can easily target the darker color. If the lighter color, right, it blends in with the water, with the reflections, with the splashes, right, sometimes fish are more reluctant to go for the lighter color because they can't actually zoom in to the target. So during low light also, you can use a darker color, but unless like you are chugging in the shallow waters when the water is super clear, okay, of course use reflective ones, natural color, it works. And red, being red, or purple color, or like dark color like this, actually to the fish they are the same, because anything that is dark, right, against the sunlight, right, it all appear as a dark silhouette rather than going for white, which works better in shallow or clearer water. Okay, El Toros, right, excellent choice for starters in Maldives, especially due to the affordability and high quality, handmade in Indonesia using good wood timbers. And Indonesia produce really good timbers to make all these poppers. And to go dark, right, you can actually go full black or clearer water, use something reflective which will attract the fish also. And can go for striped ones like this, really irritating colors. GTs are irritated easily, so go for all these colors. And these are the Dorado colors. Okay, Dorado, the smaller Dorados are one of the baits for a lot of game fish, for example tunas, billfish, also of course GTs. And this is a good example of what El Toro can catch, a decent sized GT.
Yes.
Alright, we can move on to some stick baits.
Yes.
And
Okay, so I only know like for stick baits we use it for shallow waters and it's for calm waters as well. So
yes.
what would you recommend if you're going Maldives?
Okay, for Maldives, right, for stick bait, right, it all depends on the water condition. If it's a little bit choppy and windy, right, go for the sinking one, because stick baits basically there are two categories, the floating ones and the sinking ones. Okay, floating ones you only use it when it's really calm, okay, and shallow water. For the sinking one, the reason why we use a sinking one is especially when the water gets choppy, okay, the sinking one will actually sticks to the water more, because the floating one, when the water is choppy, you can't really work the stick baits. You will be hopping around the waves, on top of the waves actually. So the sinking one actually catches the water and it's more effective when you sweep the lures. When you sweep the lures, the thing goes left, right, left, right. Imagine if a floating one, it floats on the surface and it gets choppy. If you sweep it, you'll jump and hop on the surface, which it can't work. Yeah, as for color wise, stick baits are underwater. Okay, so the color choices are a lot. You can use from natural, dark, and bright colors. So anything goes. Just take note of the water condition. If it's calm, use the floating ones. If it's choppy, use the sinking one so it catches the water. That's a very important point. And amberjacks, these are one of our good stick baits. This thing from Myanmar, this huge fish from Myanmar. Okay, it's caught by a sinking amberjack. Okay, and on the Z-neck Tobizo 80-200. Okay, and the terrain there is really tough, so the Z-neck rod actually performed very well there. It landed most of the big GTs there. And other than amberjacks, we have some nomads. Okay, nomads are Australian products. Okay, and they are all armed with BKK hooks. You can use them off the box. Okay, you don't have to go and buy or spend extra money to buy hooks for them. And this Chuck Norris by Nomad Design is really good for Maldives. It has been proven time over time. It's 120 grams, perfect for Maldives, and not only Maldives, in other areas also. And the mascat is good for the tuners. It's also a stick bait. Okay, this is a chugger. Okay, so when you go to Maldives, right, it's best to have both. It depends on the situation. If the fish doesn't come out from the deep, right, you use the chugger to call them up. Once the fish is near the surface, for effectiveness, you can actually switch to a stick bait. They are more responsive to it. And of course, not only these two brands, we have plenty of other JDM brands like the GT Harrier, Shimano, Blue, which is a new model, very nice. Okay, this is a sinking stick bait, and they have the Kachipan, which is the floating version. Okay, for the Shimanos, these are the head dippers. Okay, they are actually floating, and when freestanding in the water, why they are called the head dips? Because they stand head facing up. So when you sweep them, they good catch. So when you sweep them, they actually dives, zigzag, and it floats up again. When you sweep them, they dive, they zigzag, and they stand again. So this will actually attract the fish. It behaves like a injured bait fish or a fish in distress.
Thanks for watching this video. Hope you find it useful to you. And remember, for anglers traveling overseas, remember to get your insurance, because it's very important that you protect your rods as well. And thank you Wolong so much for bringing me around in the shop and for introducing all these poppers and stuff. Yep.
You're welcome, no problem.
Thank you.
Hope you guys enjoy the video.
Right, then let's go!